Did you know that Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt? This is just one of the many untold stories of Africa's lost empires, civilizations that rivaled and even surpassed their European and Asian counterparts. For centuries, a Eurocentric view of history has painted Africa as a land without significant civilizations, a dark continent waiting to be discovered. But the truth is far more complex and far more awe-inspiring. We are here to unveil that truth. Let's begin our journey into the heart of these forgotten kingdoms. Our first stop is the Kingdom of Kush, also known as Nubia, which thrived along the Nile River in modern-day Sudan as far back as 785 BCE. The Kushites were not just contemporaries of the Egyptians, they were their conquerors. In the 8th century BCE, Kushite kings marched north and established the 25th dynasty of Egypt. Black pharaohs like Pi and Taharka ruled over a unified Nubian Egyptian empire, leaving behind a legacy of impressive architecture and sophisticated governance. Their pyramids, numbering over 200, stand as a testament to their power, built with steeper angles and iron tools, predating many Egyptian monuments. Next, we travel west, to the legendary Mali Empire. Emerging around 1230 CE after the decline of the Ghana Empire, Mali dominated West Africa for centuries. Its most famous ruler, Mansa Musa, transformed Mali into a global superpower. In 1324, Mansa Musa embarked on a pilgrimage to Mecca with an entourage so large and so laden with gold that he single-handedly crashed the economy of Cairo for over a decade. The cities of Djenné and Timbuktu flourished under Malian rule, becoming centers of Islamic scholarship and trade. Timbuktu's Sankore University housed hundreds of thousands of manuscripts, attracting scholars from across the Muslim world. Moving eastward, we encounter the Kingdom of Aksum, a powerful empire that flourished in modern-day Ethiopia and Eritrea from around 100 to 940 CE. The Aksumites controlled trade routes across the Red Sea, connecting Africa to the Mediterranean world and beyond. They minted their own gold coins, a symbol of their economic and political power. Around 330 CE, King Ezana converted to Christianity, making Aksum one of the first Christian kingdoms in the world. The towering obelisks of Aksum, some reaching over 20 meters in height, are a testament to their engineering skills and cultural achievements. Now, let's journey south to Great Zimbabwe, a magnificent city built by the Shona people between the 11th and 15th centuries CE. Its massive stone walls, constructed without mortar, are a marvel of engineering. For years, European colonizers refused to believe that Africans could have built such a complex structure, attributing it to Phoenicians or Greeks. But archaeological evidence has proven beyond doubt that Great Zimbabwe was the creation of the Shona people, a symbol of their power and ingenuity. Beyond these well-known empires, countless other African kingdoms flourished and declined, each with its own unique history and culture. The Oyo Empire in modern-day Nigeria expanded through cavalry warfare, dominating its neighbors for centuries. The Benin Empire, also in Nigeria, was renowned for its bronze sculptures and massive city walls. The Kingdom of Congo in Central Africa, initially allied with the Portuguese, later resisted their colonial ambitions. The Ethiopian Empire, tracing its lineage back to the Solomonic dynasty, remained independent for centuries, famously defeating the Italian army at the Battle of Adwa in 1896. The Kilwa Sultanate, along the East African coast, controlled the Indian Ocean trade, exporting vast quantities of gold and other goods. The Fatimid Dynasty, based in North Africa, established Cairo as its capital in 969 CE, transforming it into a major center of Islamic culture and learning. These empires were not isolated entities. They were interconnected through trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. The trans-Saharan trade routes connected West Africa to North Africa and the Mediterranean world, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and people. The Swahili coast was a hub of maritime trade, connecting Africa to the Indian Ocean world, from Arabia to India and China. The legacy of these African empires continues to shape the continent today. Ethiopia's victory at Adwa became a symbol of Pan-African resistance to colonialism. The manuscripts of Timbuktu are a reminder of Africa's rich intellectual heritage. Great Zimbabwe gives its name to the modern nation of Zimbabwe, a symbol of national pride and identity. The Benin bronzes, looted by the British in 1897, are now at the center of debates about cultural repatriation. But the story of these empires is not without its controversies. Some African kingdoms, like Oyo and Bakpo, participated in the transatlantic slave trade, a dark chapter in African history that must be acknowledged. The relationship between Kush and Egypt is also a subject of debate, with some emphasizing the Egyptian origins of Kushite culture, while others highlight Nubian innovations and influence. The erasure of African history during the colonial era has had a lasting impact, perpetuating stereotypes and misconceptions about the continent. But as we uncover the hidden truths of Africa's past, we can begin to dismantle these stereotypes and appreciate the full complexity and richness of African history. The story of Africa's lost empires is a story of innovation, resilience, and cultural achievement. It is a story that deserves to be told, and a story that needs to be heard. By understanding the past, we can better understand the present, and build a more just and equitable future for all. The rediscovery of these civilizations challenges the distorted images of the past and serves as a beacon of hope for the future, inspiring generations to come to reclaim their heritage and to rewrite the narrative of African history.